Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today we're going to talk about the Year of the Dragon and the Storm, new instance, and update number 41.2, release notes. We're going to cover this real quick here on Lord of the Rings Online. There's some really cool stuff. By the way, there's some free codes too that I will mention real fast in this video that you can also get, and I will bring those up in a minute. But let's go through the thing real quick. I also posted them on our Discord, and you can join. Links down there in the description if you want to join us, and also on the community tab here on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this helps you out. So the new Year of the Dragon is based off the celebration of, I believe, 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons, and just the franchise, and the overarching group are celebrating the dragon theme, the company that runs Lord of the Rings Online, and they also have a, Dungeons and Dragons game, if you didn't know, and a couple of games they run. So there's lots of dragons or drakes in Lord of the Rings as well. So this is the new boss that you fight. Really awesome image. Again, you probably saw it on the thumbnail, but it's super cool. I love these. So here are the release notes for the Year of the Dragon. Release notes, and technically it's also the Year of the Dragon, if you didn't know that. 2024, but that's a side note, right? Forgetting what the year background of that is right now, but that's okay. We'll move on. Special note: before the Shadow is now free, a free coupon, okay, and a free coupon. So you get both of these things. So now all players will have access to Before the Shadow thing. What is that, real quick, for all new players? It is the update that allowed you to play the Swan Fleet and start in Mossward as your starting point instead of one of the original starting points. It's basically a brand new storyline and stuff. If you're someone who just wants to try a different spot, or you've leveled in the past in other locations, that's what it's for. So pretty cool. This is really, really generous, again, of Lord of the Rings Online. They're so nice. They're like, the devs are amazing. So but that's awesome. So everyone's just going to get that now. There's also going to be a free coupon, and this is the one I think I will go ahead and open it up here. Before the Shadow is now free, and a free gift. Here's the free gift. They're giving this horse away right here. All right, I'm just going to show you right now. The free coupon is this code right here. All right, Galadriel's gift. All right, you'll put that into the LOTRO store on the character you want it to be on. If you do put it on that character, remember it will be shareable before you use it. You can put it in your shared storage before you open it, but just keep that in mind. It'll give you 2 different steeds, and also this steed. And then there's also another one, which is the dragon code, which I believe will be in here as well, which we'll read in a moment. So I'll explain that when we get to it. Again, I have them linked in my Discord and community tab if you want the codes as well. We have a special spot for codes in our Discord. We're celebrating the Year of the Dragon with a new free instance and a free coupon. So again, the free coupon for the dragon is... Do they show it right here? That we were just talking about? Let's see. Default coupon code for Green Dragon Portrait from read more on LOTRO.com. Let's see. Do they have the code right here so I can just show you guys? I know some of you are like, I just want to see the code. I don't think they show it right here, so let's go ahead and open on the side here. There we go. All right, free instant free coupon code. Okay, so here's the dragon pet. All right, again, I will link all 3 of these articles in the description if you'd like to grab them that way yourself. And the coupon code right there, SMAUGSSPOILS. All right, this is a little dragon you get, and the other thing is very cool too. I'll show you sometime on a video in game too, but it's very cool. So when we continue on here, so we get this free instance, which is, by the way, you can do it 2-man, solo, and 6-man. It gives you some really good drops. It opens at a certain time. They've got the information here. A new instance called The Dragon and the Storm is now available for all players. The instance is available for up to 6 players with level 150. So this will not be for people who are playing on the legendary servers, because those aren't going to be 150 yet, obviously, at the time of this video. Kindred of the Coins, because they level up over time, right? Member Rothog, which is the big orc, sent a hunter, this guy, Sadel, to acquire a fearsome dragon. And the story is from the Tales of the Kindred storyline, the culmination of the end, of the witnesses of the conclusion of Rothog's quest to entertaining the people of Umbar. The instance finds it available by the pressing, the instance finder, Control J. All right, loot boxes and Filbert Fig have been updated. Seafaring adventurers' living essence boxes are now available to barter for at the Adventurer's Quartermaster, and a chance to drop from Adventurer's Steel Box loot boxes. Those steel boxes, which are fine sometimes, but you technically have to buy the keys to open them. And if those are something that bothered you that come in your inventory all the time, you can put them in the item filter. I have a guide video on that, just as a side note. But still, I just didn't destroy them, because sometimes I'll open them if I have a key. Adventurers and Travelers Steel Box loot boxes also claim new, this thing, bird, and cosmetic items, including an avatar cosmetic outfit, a war steed accessory. So they've added stuff to the loot boxes too, and different things. And then you can also get the essences now. And some of these are the ones that I was talking about. Some of them are other ones. Again, you can find them in the game. Additionally, you can get the spotted gerbil. Is it gerbil pet? Am I saying that right? Gosh, that word is weird. It's like gerbil, isn't it? Is that how you say gerbil? Is it gerbil? Oh, okay, I'm done. Moving on. You can read it for yourself right there. Pet and Steed of the Eldars are now available on Filbert Fig for Figments of Splendor, right? So those are those things you get their barter item, just so everyone knows. A little bit more about the steel loot boxes. And then we got some class notes, all right? We have some captain updates, brawler update. For all classes, the inherent threat multiplier for non-tank specialists have been reduced slightly, so you don't take as much threat if you're not a tank. That's kind of to help make sure tanks can keep aggro. Probably just a little tiny adjustment there. Update 41, a change was made to force taunts to prevent players from chaining taunts together. However, without broader change to the threat system overall, we had to net negate impact and had been reverted. Force taunts should once again overwrite one another as you are accustomed to. Okay, so they were trying to do something to make it where force taunts weren't an issue, but we were having the problem of someone force taunts and then no one could force taunt off that. Whoever force taunts next gets the aggro. That's how it's always been, so they reverted it back to that. Okay, not really that big of a deal, but just throwing that in there. We got a bunch of Lore Master with the huge Lore Master update in the last one, so they've done a couple updates. They've corrected an issue with Spirit Pet's Nature Bounty effect. Description, Call of Valor no longer resets the cooldown of Gust of Wind, Burning Gale. That was probably a mistake. Probably wasn't supposed to do that. Lore Master pets now take a further 20% reduced incoming damage when summoned while specialized in Ancient Master. Wow, so they buffed the pets up even more. They probably felt like the pets weren't strong enough, so they want to make it a reason to use the pets. Sticky Gourd no longer reapplies Burning Embers DOT for its duration. Okay, that might have been a glitch. It will apply to tier up existing embers. Ah, okay, when applied. So it was replaying the same one. So now it'll stack it. Good, good. Sticky Gourd uptime was greatly overshadowing Gust of Wind, which was less effective and required a non-trivial trait investment to help spread the DOTs in the situation. Okay, so they fixed some stuff there too. Cool. Deep Graspers can heal once again. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. You can go and read it for yourself. Ring of Fire barrier damage has been reduced in player versus monster player. Aw, a little bit of a nerf there. If you're playing PvP. Fury is now cleansable. Wound effect. Oh, interesting. So this is for PvP stuff. Oh, interesting. Okay, Nature's Fury, that makes sense. The Eagle's major skill, Fan the Flames, no longer tries to tier up an existing burn DOT on the target. This effect was experienced issues and at times applied a version of Burning Embers that dealt 0 to 1 damage, where it was previously tiered up embers. Okay, it now deals bonus instant damage each time it pulses when a Burning Ember dot is present on the target. Okay, cool. A Lightning Charge Staff Strike no longer Aaron, that's a word right there. Benefits twice from the staff skill damage. Tracer. Oh, you know what? I noticed there was something weird happening there where it felt way too strong. That makes sense. There was doubling up of damage. Well, that happens. Crafting. All right. Recipes for crafting Seafarer's crafted essence boxes, allowing select an item of 520 Seafarer essences has been automatically granted to Umbar tier cooks, jewelers, metalsmiths, scholars, tailors, weaponsmiths, and woodworkers. Sweet. Awesome. I'm a metalsmith and a jeweler and a tailor. So I can make us better essences now. Sweet. That's also a nice benefit because it was a little bit frustrating that the essences weren't as good as the ones you could, like stuff it'll make your gear better now for crafted stuff. That makes me happy. Heart attack events have a big update. This is a big one we have to talk about real fast, okay? So, these events are the ones that are in Thorin's Hall and at Breeland, okay? So, there is now a message in the Air and the Wind, and it was hard to know when they were happening. I'm going to try to stream for one of these now that we know this. All right, so there is now a message in Air and the Wind that the hard tech event starts in 10 minutes, and another message that event begins in 5 minutes. There is now a message in the event space that the hard tech event has begun. Okay, so these are the messages. Has begun, ends in 15 minutes, ends in 10 minutes, ends in 5 minutes, has ended. Okay, so all of these messages will pop up when it's happening in the Arid Lewin area. Accomplishment for the competitive reward for the prospectors and cooks reduces to 1/5. This is just a tiering system update. Mining nodes now require the use of a mining pick in the special event. Recipes, should now all execute at 1 second. Maybe there's a little glitch there. And then there's a couple other things that are just quality of life updates. Duration effects granted by food now lasts 4 minutes. All right. Cool. Forest event. The final reward on the forest event has been increased to 20 participation ribbons. Oh, cool. The Veil of Nine. Nazgul will no longer reset their vitals on leaving combat. Oh. Okay, so the Veil of Nine, I believe, is to do with the legendary servers, right? From my thoughts. So normally when they leave combat, their vitals recharge, but I guess their health goes back up, and maybe it won't now from that. Ooh, wow. Maybe that allows you to like fight them again when they're still low. I don't know. Monster play. Reward titles for monster players, and players now have purchase restrictions, blocking players from errantly repurchasing a title they already acquired. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. You can't double buy something. That's lame if that happens. Increasing monster player health by 5%. Ooh, monsters get a little stronger. Increase the mitigation bonuses for almost all blessings. All right. Increase the damage bonus from Skara and Kajarn blessings by 5 and 10% respectively. These are probably all for the orcs. Increasing DOT damage of Sheila blessing by 5%. That's for the spiders players. This is cool. So again, they're trying to make sure they balance monster play with the new updates for the other classes for regular, which means they do have their eyes on player versus monster player to an extent, which is cool. I would like to get to a point, just so for my viewers on our server CrickHollow, where we go and do a raid occasionally at level 1, when we're all level 150. Technically, you scale up to 150, so you could come if you're not 150, but you are really weak. So we may try some events where we do some raiding on one of these Fridays for a kinship event in the Entomors for one of our raid nights or raid days. So I'll let you know. Questing adventure areas. All right. So there's updates for these. The Rift of Narzgashul. Right. We got a UI custom names for carryalls now displays properly in shared storage. This is a huge update. I just noticed like such a simple thing. But I noticed it the other day that it was bothering me that they weren't named while they were in the shared storage. You had to pull them out to look. So that has been fixed. Good job. This is why the devs are awesome in LOTRO. They see even little things that are annoying, and they're like, they fix it. And then you got some level consumables, 50 potions, added public layers of several of the early regions of our game that were not previously covered. This should help prevent server mobbing and perf issues during Nazgul encounters. Okay, so this is something to do with legendary servers. For the Nazgul events, they added more layers because some areas didn't have the system where it would put it off to another thing to run it. It'd be like a separate... Layers are kind of like different dimensions within a server to make sure it doesn't overly populate and have an issue. One thing I was listening to one of the devs talk about the other day, it was actually Court of the Rings talking about it, is that, and with his one coworker, is that sometimes what happens is if you have like 50, 60 players in one spot, every single player is sent data from the other players. So one data fires lightning as a lore master. Every of the 49 other players gets that information. One other person does a heal, a minstrel. All other 49 players get that information. So that's what causes the game to struggle, whether it be the server or people's computers, right? Because again, people's computers are going to have problems taking in that much data too at times, or their internet speed, that kind of stuff. So the layers will help make sure there's no lag in that way, at least, or help prevent it. The new 64-bit has been amazing, by the way, as a side note. So anyway, we covered those three. I will link these three in the articles. I just wanted to update you guys on that. Hopefully this was helpful to you. And I will see you guys all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Thank you to my patrons for the support. Thank you for supporting the channel and liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. It really helps, or even sharing my videos. All of that jazz is wonderful. Make sure you're still subscribed if you have been, because YouTube's been unsubscribing people. Go figure. I don't know why. But have a great, wonderful day in Middle-earth, and I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, here on Voice of the Rings, and I'm at your service and your families. See you in the next one. Barukazar Kuzar I menu.